Hi, this is Charlie. It's been a while since I did a video. It's so beautiful out here today. So glad to be here with a message of encouragement. Never really know what I'm going to talk about until we start this. But I guess it's been a couple months since I did a video, and was even beginning to wonder if I was even going to do any videos anymore. And last 2 months have been very interesting. I've been doing a lot of inner work, just looking within, and grasping the understanding of where I truly want to put my energy into. Where do I want to share my energy? Where I'm not. It's nothing personal, but one of the things I realized part of my experience is in this understanding is that I allowed myself to have all these understandings where I was trying to put all my love out into everything. Just as much as I want to say, deep down, I know I was putting these videos out about self-empowerment and looking within and finding who you are. But I guess in underlining, just to be real, I still wanted to be noticed. And then I allowed myself to go in other groups and try to conform to whatever that group is when I realized they're all good. There's no certain way to be other than realizing that I was learning to recognize me from inside, not the outside. Realize that my true connection is who I am, and that part of my experience, and when I say my I amness that I am, was I put all this energy to be noticed. And when I pull back and say, you know what, I'm not putting my energy out into nothing right now until I realize who I am. So I did more self-reflecting and more looking within and feeling and truly feeling. And I know this last cycle that I went through, like with the last full moon all the way into this new moon, which was about 2 weeks. It's just a cycle. Time is just what we want to make it. But part of that was doing a lot of meditating, also working, doing my thing, also just being. I just learned to trust just being. And if I'm not inspired, I can't do it no more. And it never can be about money. It can never be about anything other than the love. Because one of the things that I've truly realized is that I'm truly consciousness having this physical experience. And now that I embrace this experience, and also realize I've talked to the angels, I've talked to my guides, they help me understand who I am, and it is what it is. It'll come out whenever it's supposed to. But the thing about it is we all are here for a reason. I believe part of looking within, it's like the word live, L-I-B-E. To me, I said, what is live? Live to me is love is vibrating everything. Then if you want to put lives, L-I-B-E-S. Love is vibrating everything simultaneously or synchronicity, however you want to dress that up. In other words, everything's happening for our higher good of remembering that we can step out of all these programmings, no matter what they are, when we feel who we are, but understanding what them programs were teaching you as that individual and us, the collective. And remember, we all are in this together having these unique experiences, but we really are, from my perspective, just true consciousness. And we're allowed ourselves to be in this vibration of duality, to have all these experiences of conditional love, to truly realize that we're being guided back to who we are, truly are, just high consciousness, true consciousness. And each experience is adding to the collective to what we really are is just unconditional love, allowing ourselves to have these conditions to help us remember that. And then partly the thing is, I realized this may sound whatever it is, and that's your perspective, how you want to embrace it. But I only know how to be real anymore. And real is what I feel at this moment, and I realize that it's always subject to understanding. But I realized as much as I wanted the outside to notice who I was, and I'm glad that the outside didn't, because, and maybe that's my perspective, they did. Maybe I'm realizing that I'm running into more individuals that maybe notice, but it's not about noticing who I am. It's about feeling who you are, and then if I trigger you, or somebody triggers me, that's my understanding. Because really, if somebody triggers us, I believe they're just triggering us to remember who we are and to ask ourselves, what is that trigger about to who you are, the I amness that you are. And as much as I wanted to be noticed, now I realize I notice who I am. And I realize how awesome all y'all are, every aspect of who we are, and how beautiful you are being in your perspective, wherever you're at. And I'm going to say this, and this is the only way I know how to say it. As much as I appreciate every perspective around you, I cannot give a fuck what anybody thinks about who I am any fucking more. And I appreciate all the ones that challenge me to be who I am. Because that's all they were doing. Nothing personal. And I appreciate that. And these experiences that we are allowing ourselves to have, to wake ourselves up, they're many layers. We're all, when they say multidimensional, all these nows are going on at one time, right now, right now, right now, now. And then as you embrace who you are, in timelines where we jump this, jump that, really what it is we're vibrationally a vibrational being. And as we raise our vibration, we are changing who we are. But it has to start with within. Here, trust this. And I've said this over and over on this channel, is trust how it feels to you. That I amness that you are. We're all a divine light. But also part of my experience is, as I came here to hold my light, but as being this little one and growing up and all these conditions that were crammed down my throat, every time I shine my light, it didn't work out very well. Then I realized past lifetime, same thing. Where if I shine my light, either crucified or whatever word you want to do, burned, hung. And in this lifetime, part of my experience, every time I showed my life, I got my ass whooped, criticized, looked down on. So I allowed myself to try to fit into all these boxes that I allowed myself to try to fit into, and realize that they never worked. And wonder why my body did what it did, because I was given everything on the outside and not doing anything for me myself on the inside, because I didn't believe I was worthy or deserving, because the ones I was learning from didn't believe they were worthy or deserving. Doesn't mean they were bad. It just means they were doing the best they can to remember who they are. But anyways, I feel like this is the same shit that I've shared with y'all before, and I told the universe, I don't want to sound like a repetitive. And I know part of sharing encouragement is a lot of times sharing the same message in a different aspect, because it's all about how we embrace it. But as we are feeling all this lower energy that no longer benefits us, because when I work with people's energy in their bodies, our cells are like individuals, truly are like individuals. And as they experience all this in this lifetime, different lifetimes, it takes on all these beliefs. And these beliefs become very heavy in the physical body. And then we wonder why we feel the way we feel. And then we go to the doctors, and then we get into that cycle of understanding, which is just a cycle of understanding. But when you really embrace who you are by feeling who you are, and we talked about meditating and all that, but it's really finding the joy of who you are. But sometimes we truly have to be still, truly have to be still to hear our guidance. And then realize being brave enough to trust that guidance, trust your intuitiveness by how it feels to you, whether it's here, it's all your understanding. But as you embrace who you are, you have to step out all of these beliefs and be who you are. And if you want to put a title on it, one of the titles I like to go by is not because this is just how I feel. I know I'm an earth angel, but I don't give a shit if you believe it or not. I know what I've done, and I know why I'm here. I'm here to hold the light because it's the right thing to do. Not judgment. Hold the light of the higher vibration to bring in the higher vibration of understanding. The angel of love is truly a compassionate, loving being of light, allowing yourself to be brought here to have this unique experience of understanding. And we're here to encourage each other as we believe that we're torturing each other. Yes, in that low vibration, that's what it comes off from our ego. And I really believe what our ego is that child that just wanted to be noticed and appreciated and loved. And now remember, it's okay to be touched. And it's a beautiful experience to wake up to who you are. But it's also could be challenging because all these conditions can be thrown at you. Boom, there they are. Now what are you going to do with that? Are you going to say that's who you are? Are you going to just recognize from your higher perspective that's a condition? That's not who you have to be. Anyways, everything I share with you here is all about encouragement. That's why I always say, trust how it feels here. If this message ain't right for you, maybe in time it will. Maybe it'll trigger you to go and do more inner work to find out who you are. I just trust when I'm inspired to come sit down here to share a message, it's for the higher good of the all. Because we are the all. True consciousness having all these unique experiences of understanding. I wanted this message to be fiery and all this good shit, but when you reach in here and feel this and feel who you are, you realize how magical everything around you and why this is here and that's here, the water's here. The water reminds us, especially right here in the tide, to stay in the flow. To stay in the flow. And so what if you get snagged? Figure out what that snag is for you. What that belief is. And then once you unhook it, you're back in the flow. Everything is a vibration. Everything. There's nothing here that's not vibrating for your higher good. If you can look beyond our ego, but love our ego. Our ego is just trying to help us understand what doesn't benefit us and what does. And we allowed ourselves to have all these conditional loves to truly understand what we are is unconditional love. Vibrating. And as we are conscious of our vibration, we'll realize that nothing's going to lower our vibration unless we allow it, which we have been doing the whole time. And that's how I realize that you've always been connected, but you allowed yourself to be so disconnected to realize part of the adventure of understanding is allowing yourself to be disconnected to realize you're always connected. And as you raise your vibration and being conscious, now it's time for us to step into a time, which is all an illusion. It's just a cycle of understanding that it's time to step into truly step into who we are, a loving, conscious being, having all these unique experiences. But now it's time to play together and love each other and encourage each other. All that duality stuff does not work for us anymore. It does not benefit us for the highest good of who we are. But it's okay to say this energy doesn't benefit me, this energy doesn't benefit me. I understand what that is for who I am. Nothing personal, nothing's personal. The judgment is gone. But anyways, that's just part of what I have been doing with myself the last couple months, which is all of time-wise. It's just an illusion. But it was so important that I really go inside and figure out, sharing these messages, am I sharing it for my higher good or am I sharing it for my ego? And I realize I am sharing these messages for my higher good, because as much as I, like I said, love you, it's so important that you love who you are, the I amness that you are. Do not compare yourself to no one. We're all unique. Like I was talking about the cell, how we hold memory. I believe really, truly what we are is just a cell of Mother Gaia in the physical body. And our cells are these individuals that are in here that make us up. And as we understand our vibration, they can change for our highest good. And as we understand who we are, the changes come quicker. We manifest quicker. Because karma, I'm telling you right now, if you're doing anything out of manipulation, it's going to come back and bite you in the tailbone so quick you ain't even going to know what to do with yourself. No more manipulating each other. Love each other. Appreciate each other everywhere everybody's at on their journey, because they matter as much as you do. There's no bigger or, oh, maybe the soul just experienced more and is ascending this way. This soul experiences is ascending this way. There's no right or wrong. It's all your unique understanding to who you are. And as you embrace who you are, you're able to see through this illusion, 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 bullshit, 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 bullshit. However you want to decorate it. You can put all the sweet, smelly stuff on there. If it's still shit, it's shit. So, we can dress it up any way we want, but that's about being real with who we are. A beautiful, beautiful vibration of love. Having these unique experiences of understanding. Anyways, I felt the juice. I had to let it go. But I'm going to let them come in for a message. And like I said, anything you hear on this channel, it's all encouragement. It's up to you what you do with it. Don't have to watch it, but I do appreciate the ones who take the time to watch this. I truly love and appreciate every one of you. And remember, we're all in this together. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. And now I'm going to let them come in. We are the Arcturians. We love how Charlie says that, but we are the Arcturians. We are here to share messages of encouragement, of love, compassion, gratitude. And remember, we're all doing this together. Together. And this understanding of experiences. As we observe and watch and guide when you're open to hear, we do everything we can to push you. We throw numbers in front of you. throw obstacles in your way, not to trip you. Well, maybe sometimes, because it's kind of funny watching you fall occasionally here and there, but not because we want to see you get hurt. Sometimes we want to stop you through guidance of having that same experience that you've already did multiple times. But that's part of the beauty of becoming conscious of who you are. And when you realize that that's truly who you are, just consciousness. And you are allowing yourself to have these unique experiences to grow. Your soul is growing. It's just an experience. And these experiences come with all these challenges. Sometimes we call it pain, emotional pain, physical pain. But in this environment that you allowed yourself to be in, that was part of the lesson, is through pain. Because in light, you don't feel like you do in the physical. You don't feel. And as you feel that, you remember it. Or you could take it on as that understanding that's who you are. I'm not worthy and deserving. That's why I felt that pain. Instead of realizing that pain was helping you evolve by saying, you know what? I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to. I see that's a pattern. That does not work for me anymore. That does not benefit who I am, the unique spark of the all, as we like to share. And as we've encouraged Charlie to understand about his cellular structures, where each part of your cells have memory, understanding, but there's also a part of the cell that you can't see. You can't see, because that's the consciousness of who you are. And through your experiences of self-talk, feelings that you have, you infuse these cells with what you call beliefs, understandings. This is who I have to be. So the body says, okay, well, let's cut myself off from who I am. So maybe the body gets plump, or the body has these conditions of where it affects the body, shuts this part of the body down. And when you can go inside and say, why is this part of my body being shut down? Left side is, we like to go with this. Left side is your receiving side. Right side is more your giving side. Like with Charlie, we'll talk about Charlie, but this is just an experience as we watch him. He allowed his total left side to be shut down because he was giving everything that he knew to give. He just wanted to be loved and appreciated as that child. When he shined his light, it wasn't always well received, and then he can go back into other understandings at this time where he was shining his light, it wasn't well received. But that's part of what he is releasing, was allowing himself to understand as that I amness that he is. That these experiences of looking outside did not benefit him no more for his understanding. Never did. But it was so important for him to have all these unique experiences through family, bloodline, through military service, through relationships, through wanting to be part of this, wanting to be part of that. Realizing that before he could be part of anything, he had to truly understand who he is, the I amness. And as he took the time to look within, Not because he was being told, because he realized it's time for him, that I am this him, which is just an expression of the all, to truly say, I have had all I'm going to take of the outside. Now it's time to look within. And it's just that intention. I matter. I matter. I am. And I matter. And as he understood he mattered, he realized every perspective around him mattered. Whether it's in the physical body, in the higher realms, the nature realms, Mother Gaia, everything around him mattered. They were all teaching him, and he was teaching them, whatever that them is. They were all different little perspectives of I am, but they were all loving each other to bring that understanding of consciousness, true consciousness of pure love. That's why we admire you so much, for allowing yourself to be challenged like this, forgetting truly who you are, the beautiful lights that you are. Gosh, how can we not admire that from a higher perspective? You take on these beliefs with such bravery, believing that's truly who you are. We admire that because we are understanding how it is to shake it off and to remember that higher perspective of love that you truly are. And allowing you, each and every one of you, to have this unique understanding of all these conditions that you allowed yourself to be put on. And as you take responsibility for that, of understanding, not criticism, because that's a lower perspective. Your higher perspective is like us, just an understanding. Move on. We don't remember. There's no reason to remember. We're in the now. The now is it. It is the all. But it's so important that you embrace your uniqueness, your unique perspective of the all, and allow yourself to grow, truly grow from the higher consciousness that you truly are. It's time to play. It's time to play and to remember you were here and you came here to learn through play. You were going to challenge each other, but it wasn't about dominating this aspect, manipulating this aspect by banking, medicine, government, all these aspects, because when you realize part of giving your freedom up is you think you're doing it for the good, but when you ask yourself here, is that true freedom? Because true freedom is allow yourself to have your unique experiences with no judgment other than what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And then have that integrity of understanding that I'm going to follow the path that feels good because it's right for who I am. And I'm going to encourage you and you and you and that aspect, all these aspects of understanding to follow your unique path of understanding. And some will go together, some will go this way, some will go that way, some will go that way, but it all leads back to the all. And all these experiences, embrace these experiences because they're bringing so much understanding to truly the consciousness that you truly are. And that is pure love. pure love. And when we share these messages, the words are great, but we want you to feel the message of understanding. But feel it from your own unique perspective. It's so important that you are able to be that in this time of understanding. Because then you can see through all the illusions. But they were all here to help you grow. Help you truly grow into that unique perspective of the all. That true, beautiful soul that you truly are. No judgment. You're judging who you are. And it's time for you now to be easy with who you are. Through love, compassion, gratitude, play. And you're never doing anything wrong. You're just learning. As we share these messages with you, we're sharing them with so much love, so much compassion, so much gratitude. Thank you for taking these challenges on. Thank you. We admire you so much. And as we are going to end this message today, Eric, if you have a question, we will take one question.
And what actions does someone need to take to know that they are worthy and deserving of the best?
So what action should one take for them to know their worthiness? That is an excellent question, because each answer is unique to who you are. But if we had to give you an answer for the entire collective, we're going to let this go over us just for a minute. If we had to give an answer for the collective, what can you do to understand? We would say to be still and let your guides talk to you. And we would encourage you to do that through nature, walking in nature, meditating. There's no wrong or right way to meditate. It's all about the intentions. The more you do it, it's just like playing a game. The more you play the game, the better you get at the game. But there's so many ways to connect with who you are. Meditating, through art, through music, dancing, fun, joy, sitting at the beach, playing golf, anything that helps you be in the now. Be so present, because, and this is all encouragement, because of being masters, you're really learning to master the moment and to trust your guidance. And when you're inspired, but if you're inspired to be still, allow yourself to be still. One, your body's adjusting to all this energy that's coming now. That's raising your consciousness. It's changing the physical body. That's why it's so important that you understand what feels right for you. Plus, you're getting all these messages from all these perspectives being thrown here, this message, do this way, do it that way, do it this way, do it this way, do it that way. And so the biggest thing we can encourage you to do is to be still, hear your guidance, and do it your unique way. And part of knowing how you know, you feel awesome. You feel so connected. But don't judge yourself for not feeling that way. Part of the evolution is going through all these feelings. And sometimes, even as you understand who you are, you're going to still at times feel so connected for who you are. But when you feel that, just remind yourself how fucking awesome you are, and everything is happening for your higher good. And you're expanding by allowing yourself to feel these emotions, because they no longer benefit you. But it's so important that you allow yourself to not deny these emotions, because they are helping you grow. Sometimes it's got to look like everything's falling apart to realize it was falling together. So that was what we would encourage you to do, to be still and allow yourself to hear your guidance. You have angels around you. You have your higher self around you. You have galactic brothers and sisters around you from all aspects. And part of your school that you're doing is you're realizing that everybody, no matter what's on their skin or what they look like, are just another perspective of the all, having all these unique perspectives. Because when you see the galactic brothers and sisters, they're in all kinds of understandings. And if you can't get along with who you are now in this understanding, how are you going to accept your galactic brothers and sisters when they look a lot different but similar to who you are? And they come in all aspects, and some of them you're like, oh wow, but then some of them are just light, just true consciousness, and all these understandings, as we call vibration dimensions. As you elevate, they elevate. That's how all connected we are, because that's another perspective of who you are. That's another perspective of who you are. But if you don't be still to hear your guidance, how can we truly assist? And it's okay to be still. And the more fun you allow yourself to have, the more connected you truly feel. And it's okay to be touched. But you'll know if that vibration should be touching you or not by how it feels. Not manipulating that, saying, well, if I touch you, then you got to do this for me. That stuff has got to stop. It does no longer benefit. That's manipulation. And just like if you're going to do something for another perspective of who you are, the I amness, another I amness, you do it because it feels right to you, not because you want something back. You already know you're worthy and deserving. That's manipulation. That does not benefit us no more. As you, the individual of who you are, and as the collective, because in the higher perspective, we don't do that. We don't play that. Either it lines up or doesn't line up, move the fuck on, no big deal. That was more than a little answer there, but that's kind of how it works sometimes, because that leads into another. That's part of the ripple effect. And as we said, as you understand who you are, you throw a ripple into the pond. It goes forwards, backwards, sideways, all aspects. Goes down, up. It's all one. But it's all important understanding of this vibration, of this vibration, of this vibration. But it's part of the evolution of who you are. Because in time, you'll do it again. And you realize that everything is always happening for your higher perspective of evolution. We have such love and appreciation for each and every one of you. And we will be back for another message and another understanding. And remember, as Charlie says, and we truly mean this, we have such admiration for each and every one of you, and you're fucking awesome. We have such love for you and each and every one of you. So be it.